A day in Spain's most livable city. Now, I know that sounds like clickbait, you guys, but hear me out. I'm in Malaga, and this city is the Goldilocks city. It's not too big like, in my opinion, Madrid or Barcelona, and it's not too small like some small village. It's just right. There's about 500,000 people, I think. It's not perfect, no place is, but in this video I want to take you guys around Malaga in the south of Spain. I've lived here for 7 or 8 years. Come along for the ride. So what I'm thinking, you guys, is we're gonna go get lunch. Another reason why I say that it's so livable here in Malaga, and this applies to a lot of other cities in Spain, but the safety, the walkability, the sunniness. I've mentioned this in other videos. The quality of life here is so high. Going to the beach, eating good food, being around interesting people. So what I'm going to do in this video, guys, is show you a day in the life in Malaga. Basically, take you to a good restaurant, local restaurant, show you kind of what's a good dish here, what's the price, take you to some typical places that I would take maybe a friend or family member that came and visited me. I would also say, like, immerse yourself as much as you can in the place. I always say this, but like, that's the fun of it, you guys. That's so much fun. The biggest pluses for me have been the social interactions and the sort of different mindset I have living here, hanging out with people that are from a different culture, different upbringing, speaking a totally different language with different nuances and different ideas and different concepts. And it's just so cool to see that, to see, you know, how we just adapt. Yeah, and then just kind of wander around like a flaneur does. Flaneur is a French word meaning a man who wanders around and observes society. So quick backstory, you guys. My name is Ross and I am from Minnesota. I moved to Spain in 2012 right after I graduated college. I studied Spanish and I always just wanted to live abroad, immerse myself in the culture and integrate with the locals, and so that's what I really wanted to do when I graduated, and that's what I did. And I would go back to the US for Christmas and for, you know, summer and stuff like that to be with family. And then there was one year that I went back for a year, but then I basically was like, oh, I just love my life so much in Spain. So I kind of came back here. And yeah, so I've been here for over 10 years. And the weird thing is you get used to certain things, but there's still, on a weekly basis, there's still like moments where I'm like, how did I end up here? What am I even doing here? Like, what's going on? So yeah, that's kind of cool. And just to be clear, you guys, I've been to Barcelona, I've been to Madrid, I've been to the northwest of Spain, and I've talked to people that lived all over the country. And I think there's probably, for me personally, one contender of Malaga, and that's Seville. Well, maybe Seville and Granada. I made videos of those cities too, you can check out clicking the links. They don't have the beach, and that's something that I really value. So public transport is very affordable and safe, and everybody rides it. I mean, there's young people, old people. I always say young people and old people, but I say that to kind of give you the idea that it's like, it's just normal. Everybody does it. Now I think to ride like throughout the whole city is like 60 cents if you have a card. So, but it's also very bikeable, very walkable. The only thing I would say is cars. Definitely don't rent a car when you're here. Just walk, take the metro, take the bus. Some interesting facts. Antonio Banderas was born here, so was Pablo Picasso. So here I am at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and should be coming any minute now. You can see this, but price for one bus ride is 70 cents. So if you're like in a hotel or some lodging outside of the city, to get to the center of Malaga, it's like less than $1. Hola. Getting closer to downtown, and I think we're gonna go a little bit out of the touristy area so I can just show you another side. Basically, there's like a bridge, a dried up river, and if you cross that, you're in more of the neighborhoods, the barrios, and you'll have more typical food there, cheaper prices, more locals. Yeah, depending on what you want. Check this out, you guys. Come on, come on. Look at that. I think it's so cool. My theory is that the palm trees have like grown that way to get more sun, to like reach the sun more. A lot of parks like this all around the city, beautiful trees and plants. But I am hungry, you guys, so let's go get some food. You can take the boy out of America, but you can't take the American out of the boy all the time. So I kind of let my time get away from me, and basically it might be a little too late for lunch. It's like 4 p.m. So I got overly excited with the new camera and the new vlog. So hopefully we can find a spot. If not, we might have to wait till a little bit later for dinner. As you can see, guys, very walkable. Christmas decorations up already. This is Alameda. Alameda Principal. There's actually an almond salesman. Almonds for €2. Almonds of Malaga. And this is a tobacco shop. You also have to like refill your bus card there. I don't know why they have that in the tobacco shops. So it's cool to see all these people and stuff. Oh, these is it's a chestnuts actually. See if we can get closer. Buenas, ¿puedo grabar? ¿Puedo grabar la...? ¿Tiene que romper uno cada uno? ¿O es para abrir? Ah, venga, gracias. So they roast them, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Chestnuts. Hasta luego, gracias. What I also love about Malaga is the beautiful buildings here, just like the balconies and terraces, so beautiful. All right, I gotta focus, get to lunch. We're not gonna be able to show you guys a cool place. The place that I'm looking at is called El Oasis de Juani. Johnny's Oasis Bar. I went there once, it's pretty good, local place. So let's see if they're still serving food, because sometimes if you go after like 3:30, they turn you away. I checked and this restaurant is open till 5, so hopefully we can get there in time. Just for reference, we were just in Alameda. crossing this bridge here. That's why I said the river is dry. But you cross the bridge and you're kind of outside of touristy Malaga. It's still, I think, still considered downtown, but you might find more local bars and restaurants at a more affordable price. All right, you guys, we made it here. So let's see if the kitchen is still open. Buena. ¿Está abierta la cocina todavía? Sí. All right, good news, you guys. We made it, and the kitchen is still open. So hopefully they've got some vegetarian options. I was here once, and they gave me some fries and a fried egg. So I think they should have something. So these are tapas right here, you guys. Tapas. And this is a really typical place. And check out this cool placemat. Malaga. So pretty hot today, but I ordered a shandy, which is a beer and lemonade.
A lemonade, all right.
And lemonade, and then a cold tomato soup. It's kind of like gazpacho, but it's a little thicker. They put bread in it. It's called salmorejo or porra. And then French fries with like fried egg. So that's what we're gonna have. Gracias. Salud. So 1987. This is a typical bar. Like they call a bar, it's like a cafe, but they got the azulejos, the tiles. And yeah, really nice place. Got your coffee, your olives, and I used to hate olives, you guys, when I first came to Spain, but they always put them on your table, so acquired taste. I forgot to order it without tuna. We'll just have to take that out. But basically, this is tomato, egg, tuna, some olive oil, bread. Yeah, we'll just pick the tuna out. Really good, you guys. So this is our next dish. French fries and fried egg. I used to be strict vegan, you guys. No meat, no dairy. Living in Spain, I actually started being vegan living in Spain, but it's not too hard to be vegetarian here. It's a little bit challenging to be vegan. I adapt now. Typical dish, very simple, but very tasty. French fries, fried egg. One of my favorite dishes. French fries, fried egg, shandy. Can't go wrong. We had our meal, you guys, and now time for dessert. And the funny thing about Spain is coffee is sometimes dessert. So what I just ordered was basically the menu of the day. They offer certain foods and you can choose like the first dish, second dish, and dessert. So like my first dish was the tomato soup, the salmorejo. The second dish was the fried potatoes and egg. And then now dessert is just going to be coffee. But the other options are like tiramisu, arroz con leche, which is like a creamy rice, cold like rice with like cinnamon and not flan. But yeah, good spot. Definitely come here if you want to go off the beaten path and just be surrounded by locals and have different experience. There's still local places in the center and stuff like that. You don't have to go outside of the downtown to experience. By the way, I'm sorry. The sound is probably worse. Let me just turn this on. And my mic battery is low, so bear with me, guys. And fun fact about Malaga is, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like different ways to drink your coffee here. It's not always used, but technically there's different ways. One thing to know about Malaga coffee is it's boiling lava hot. So be very careful. Give it a little time to cool down. So this is café con leche. I tried to get it with soy milk, but they didn't have it with soy milk, so we're adapting. 2 packets of sugar, please. Here we go. You only live once, so make it sweet. Gotta wait on that one. Wait on the coffee, boys. Wait. Patience is a virtue with Malaga coffee. Now it's not gonna burn my taste buds off. Good stuff, especially with those 2 packets of sugar. Let's go to the bill, you guys. Let's see how much this is all going to be. So if you don't even remember how to say the bill in Spanish, you just go like this. They'll understand you. But it's not too hard to know. It's la cuenta. La cuenta, cuando puedas. Vale, tarjeta. So €13.90 for all of that, you guys. Let's see. ¿Tú eres de Málaga, de aquí?
Sí.
¿Te gusta vivir aquí?
Sí, claro.
All of that for about $14. Not bad, you know? And it's home cooked, so. Now, let's walk around show you the pretty parts of the city. The downtown. This is like siesta time, so I think a lot of people are just chilling. But yeah, let's see. I'll show you a few places around downtown and maybe drink a little bit of Malaga wine and show you some cathedrals and things. And yeah, by the way, you guys, my mic battery is low. So if you watch some of my previous videos, you'll notice the giant leap of quality because I got this new camera. But so even if I don't have this mic, the other camera should be good enough. All right, let's go this way. For me, it's fun to explore the areas that aren't touristy of the city. Of course, if you only have a couple days here, you gotta see the sights, I guess, you know, but I almost love seeing the normal things too, like the just normal grocery stores and the laundromats and things that you'd see back in your hometown. It's almost as fun seeing that because you just see that familiarity in a different place, in a foreign place. I didn't really show you guys. I had 2 shandies. I was really thirsty, so 2 shandies, French fries, fried egg, the tomato soup, and a coffee, cafe au lait, about $14. Not bad. Architecture too cool. I see a lot of these orange trees. Now, you can't eat these oranges, they're bitter, but some of them are used for like marmalade. They're more decorative. What I noticed living in Spain is people talk loud in general here. I think it's to do with the social part. People are just always meeting up, and maybe it has to do with the weather. When I first got here, I was like, why is everybody yelling? And why is everybody angry? But it was just the way people talk. More expressive, kind of like the Italians. Maybe not as expressive as the Italians. Well, sometimes, yeah. So, like I said, it's siesta time, which is a real thing and mostly tied to the weather. It's too hot to be out, usually at this time during the summer. Now it's kind of winter, so. But people come back out 5, 6 p.m. or I guess, yeah, it's kind of towards the end of siesta time, maybe. People will start be going out, but now there's tourists out. This is one of my favorite shops to window shop. It's a book shop. Mapas y Compañía, Maps and Company. This reminds me, it's very old world feel. Check this out. Got books, atlases. A little bit of a reflection there so you can't see, but little Tintin. Love the vibe. So as you can see, not overwhelming. Like I said, Goldilocks. Not too big, not too small. Safe. I'm going to show you guys quick one of the best places to get churros in Malaga. It's called Casa Aranda. And it's right here. I think they might be closed right now, but they're going to reopen. So mark that down in your books if you're coming to Malaga and want to get some good churros. Casa Aranda. I see a new store pop up, an old one go down, a new one's coming up, and you can definitely see the influx of tourism. It's something that people are dealing with. I mean, that's why I think it's so important to try to mix with the locals, try to integrate, because I don't think it's a problem of the tourists. I think it's a problem of how the taxes and the system is set up. There's a really good documentary called I Love Venice, kind of about the same topic in Venice, Italy. But so yeah. But check this out. Very cool mural. And then look at this. Old churches everywhere in Europe. Gotta be careful, my battery is running low, so hopefully I can show you guys all the things that I want to show you before it runs out. My recommendation is to get lost in the streets. Especially here, I mean, it's kind of for beginners, it's a good place to just wander around and get lost because it's not that big. You can't really get too lost. This is a museum, an art museum, modern art. Not my cup of tea necessarily, but to each his own. Now we're coming up on my favorite plaza in Malaga, my favorite square. It's called La Plaza de la Constitución, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful area. And voila. It's not really possible to get overwhelmed in Malaga unless you're coming here when the Christmas lights are going on and there's like, or just in the mid-summer, some festival, because it's just, yeah, just chill. And now we're coming up on one of the most expensive streets in Europe, which is Calle Larios. It's got like Rolex stores and all these high-end things. If you've seen any pictures of Malaga, you've probably seen this street. They're selling sugar-covered peanuts. Usually got street performers here. So I lived in Spain for 2 years, then moved back to the US and thought, okay, well now it's time to do real life or whatever, and that I always had like I wanted to come back to Spain. And I had a picture of this street, Calle Larios, to kind of like a visualization. And so sometimes when I walk through here, I'm reminded like, you know, it's a dream come true. You know, you get used to things. You walk this so many times, so it's just, there's so many days where I've been in a hurry to get an English class or meet up with somebody, and I'm just running through here, you know, swimming through the tourists, like, get out of my way. But it's still amazing, you know. It's an amazing place. So beautiful. This is an old kiosk, and then an old pharmacy. Oh, we got chess going on here. And now I'm going to take you guys to Muelle Uno. It's like the port area. Ton of cool, well, there's just a very cool walkway along where a lot of the cruise ships dock, and just a lot of cool bars and restaurants and views there. So again, like, Malaga is very walkable, so you don't have to worry about taking a metro here or there. It's not like Paris or maybe Rome, where you've got to really commute through like metro and stuff like that. It's just, if you're in the center especially, it's you can walk everywhere. Another thing you'll notice here is that people dress very well. They don't go out in like a sweatshirt and jeans, like sweatpants usually. Yeah, your attire is very important, and I think that's because people can always be outside, like always socializing. So there's like a lot of people go to the gym. They really take care of their physique in general here. Whereas when I was in Vietnam, a lot of the people, because of the sun and everything, women especially, would be like all covered, and yeah. So that's one thing I noticed. Jaywalking here. Almendra de Málaga, ¿no? Venga, hasta luego.
Ready, one for the morning, two for the show, to get ready down the road. 1, 2, step up and shoot. Push me down, step my face, enter my name by the words of please. To do anything, what you wanna do. Oh, down the road.
Little market going on.
You never do.
Got some trees changing color for the fall, but in general, not a lot of diversity as far as seasons go. Winter does get cold. It's a humid cold. This is not Spanish. This is Argentinian tango. There are actually a lot of Argentinians in Spain because they have Italian citizenship. Many of them are descendants of Italian immigrants. And so they get Italian citizenship and then they move here. There's my yacht. There's Ricardo. Actually not big on yachts. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be cool to check it out and hang out on the yacht, but I don't know if I'd like to have one all the time. So the actor Antonio Banderas is from Malaga, and he actually has a couple of apartments here. And I think he's currently living here again. And he has a theater that just opened a couple years ago, Soho. And he directs some plays here too. So if you want to take a little tour boat ride, there's a lot of options. But looks like there's long lines. I've never done it personally. So this is Muelle Uno, you guys. Also, if you want to take a hike up to the top, that's Hibral Faro. Really amazing views of Malaga. Definitely worth the hike up to see the beautiful city. And here is just Dunkin'. Used to be Dunkin' Coffee, now it's Dunkin'. Because there's another brand called Donuts. I guess they can't have both of them. There you go, the line to do the boat ride. And then here you've got like ice cream places, places to get a cocktail. The beach is just on the other side of these buildings here. Malagueta. It's a pretty packed beach though. Apartments here are pretty expensive compared to other areas. Still not as expensive as most big cities in the US. Another thing about Malaga that actually this applies to Spain, I think in general, is it doesn't matter if you're 20 years old, 40 years old, or 70 years old. If you're a university student or a mom or a grandma, everybody, like your social life still exists. So you still go out with friends, you still maybe have a couple beers, maybe do some dancing during a festival. I've seen women and men like, in their 70s and their 80s just whooping it up, having a good time. So it's not like stigmatized or whatever, like once you have a family, you still, can go out and have fun. Not that it is in the US, but I don't know, just something that I saw that's interesting here. By the way, my channel is like supposedly about me observing the people, and I still do those videos, but I've also found that one, a lot of times the juice isn't worth the squeeze as far as like what people I think want to see, and two, it's just kind of logistically difficult to just go up to strangers and be like, hey, can I film you? I still like doing it. I still think people are very interesting, especially from different cultures. It's interesting to see how they just live, walk. It's like, but and I also don't feel like people are one-trick ponies. I don't think that we're sometimes I think that in this age of like content creation and niching down and all this stuff, we're sort of pressured to do one thing, and I like to do different things. So you can't step in the same river twice, and we're always changing. And so I think the videos to come are going to be just slice of life, and honestly, whatever comes to mind. Hopefully travel related, so I don't get completely down. So this is a Moorish fortress, you guys. The Moors lived here and dominated for 800 years. The Moors were Muslim, basically the Arabs. So a lot of Spanish words like naranja, orange, almohada, pillow, are from Arabic. They deeply influence the culture, the language, the cuisine. I mean, just to put it in perspective, the US has been a country for like less than 300 years. And these guys were here 800. Pretty crazy. Sometimes living in Europe, especially when you're surrounded by these Roman amphitheaters that I'm about to show you, these old buildings that are hundreds of years old, these old cathedrals, you definitely feel like you're back in time. And then these cultures, these traditions have been carried on for so long, non-stop. So you also see that the culture that's old, still vibrant, and that's really cool to see. That's a really interesting thing. Like it's you're not only traveling in space but in time. So this is where you'd walk up to see the view of the city. And this is the Alcazaba, which is the Moorish fortress. Really cool. Again, you've got this civilization that ruled here for 800 years. This is like the most downtown you could be, basically, and you can see there's definitely people here, but it's not overwhelming. It's growing for sure, but I mean today is so basically, you guys, they were doing some landscaping work in the 1960s, only to discover, wait for it, when they turned a few stones, boom. This amphitheater. So that is a Roman amphitheater. The Romans were here thousands of years ago. And right above it is the Arabic fortress. Two civilizations, the Roman and the Arabic. And then down here they have they used to make some sort of a fish sauce. And if you can't really see it very well, but it's below the ground here. Roman basins belonging to a salted fish factory from the second half of the 4th century AD, called Garum. But you definitely get the Roman vibes. And I think we're in the area that Antonio Banderas has a flat apartment. This is a great movie theater I like going to. They've got foreign films and they have the subtitles. So sometimes in Spain they do the dubbed versions. So come to this theater if you want to see film in its original language. So here you got, looks like a Spanish film. Another Spanish one. But a lot of times you have French films here. And this is La Plaza de la Merced. Great place to have some tapas, it's more touristy, so the prices are higher, but a really cool kind of eclectic area. There's a really cool cafe called Café con Libros, and somebody famous was born here. You know his name, Pablo, last name Picasso. So he was born just at the end of the building there. He moved to Paris, I think, when he was pretty young. But he's actually here today, sitting down, and people are taking pictures of him. There's a lot of ramen places that are starting to pop up everywhere. It's starting to get popular here in Malaga. Area is boys and girls Pablo himself. Amazing place for tapas. Casa Lola. Wow, that's the first time I've seen it with no line. So it's 8 p.m., about 2 hours before most Spanish people have dinner. Gonna go out for some Malaga wine and some tapas.
Bueno, a ver, es mejor no leértelo.
Here we are, guys. Antigua Casa de Guardia. Founded in 1840 in the Alameda area. Let's check it out. Mira, hay un sitio. Trying to find a spot. So you guys, every wine here is a sweet wine from Malaga. There's about 5 or 6 types, mostly from Malaga. Gracias. And then they write on the chalk. Sí, salud. It's good. Sweet wine, very sweet. So we've got some queso manchego here, yeah. And then this is some olives. So that's a little onion with anchovies and pepper. So this is Rocio, my girlfriend, you guys. She is actually, we met not in this tapas bar, but in another one. What do you love most about living in Malaga? Besides living with me?
That's the most part. I don't know what I was doing without you before.
Good answer.
When you're in Malaga, and even though you can find that in Seville or in Madrid, you always feel like there are people outside. So when I travel and it's like 7 p.m. and I go outside, there's no one, it's like you feel frightening, it's like I'm scared.
Time to move on. The last cheese, the cheese of vergüenza. Bueno, la tranca. Gracias. Asking for the bill is an art in Spain. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. So you got to be very, very forward and not be afraid to say, hey, the bill, and like maybe more than once. For the 2 wines, it was €3.50, which is like $4. But for the cheese and the olives, it was like 7. In total, it was like, $11. Not bad. So again, you guys, Malaga is a super safe city in the daytime and night, very calm. This will fill up in Christmas time though. There's a lot of these kiosks where they sell different things. Ah, por aquí. And this is the Plaza de la Constitución at night. They're getting ready for sure. Let's go through Chinitas.
Había aquí una tienda de compraventa de libros de texto. A vender mis libros del año anterior y comprarme el nuevo. Cuando yo era joven, había aquí en el pasaje Chinita una tienda de compraventa de libros de texto. Y entonces de segunda mano. Entonces yo venía, vendía los míos del año anterior y me compraba el libro del otro año. Aquí, lo que se llama.
Para ahorrar.
Y había unas colas que no veas claro, hombre.
So guys, check out all these cobblestones here. Ah, no he pasado por el, digamos, por la plaza esa de... Ahora te digo.
Por eso, pero mejor para allá, porque aquí no va. Bueno, vamos, ¿no?
So the story behind this cathedral, basically in a nutshell, is that they never finished the other steeple here. So it's called the one-armed lady, basically, because there's the other one that should look, they both should look like this, but they don't. So they still haven't finished. We got this beautiful fountain here, and it's amazing.
El contexto de invierno que tenemos aquí. Como las castañas. Ahí las castañas.
If you guys are looking for a city with just a ton of activity, a ton of things to do, Malaga might not be the place, actually. I mean, there are things to do, but it's not like the level of other big cities necessarily. But you're never gonna run out of places to eat, good vibes to feel. I mean, just check it out. Cool hotels and hostels.
You come back for sure, huh?
Not sure.
No, este lleva años aquí. This is Plaza de Uncibay, another bustling plaza. Places to eat. Pizza by the slice. Another bookshop. This next place that we're going in is not for the faint of heart, because if you are claustrophobic, agoraphobic, you're afraid of crowds, it's not the one for you. La tranca, espérate. Tranca. Al fondo, al fondo. Ah, bueno. ¿Por aquí? ¿Aquí?
¿Acá está bien? Super hot.
here on a Wednesday, so not nearly as crowded as it usually is, but still, the waitress helped us in.
Yo creo en el otro. No, it's okay, don't worry.
I know. So they usually have tapas, half of a dish, and then a full dish. Ah, bueno. So these are called migas. They're basically kind of like stuffing, like breadcrumbs almost. And then this is Spanish omelet, which is potato and egg. Down here we got like meatballs and snails. I think that's fish. Yeah. These are two Malaga beers. One is no alcohol-free toasted beer.
For the driver.
For the driver. And this is same shandy. Salud.
Mira, todo eso son cantantes españoles súper famosos.
And this is a Wednesday, so this is like easy to get in, but usually a lot more packed. These are padron peppers. They're actually not spicy at all. Salt. So we got toasted bread with avocado, egg, and tomato. So you guys, we just ordered the bill, and for 2 beers, the peppers, the tostada, it was $18.40. Not too cheap, but you get a cool experience. We made it in, now we gotta get out.
See you later, man. See you
So that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And see you in the next one.